let's see here. Got a question in my head, and it is, when is the best time of year to go salmon fishing? Well, there's quite a few different species out there, and all the times of year does differentiate. But, for instance, it's almost the Chinook salmon run, or the king salmon, and, well, I know the best time of year to go is towards the end of August or early September, and throughout September, almost to the end, is my preferred time. So, but I do suggest that you always want to start a little early. And I get this question all the time, is how do you catch them? And well, my answer is, be persistent. I put a lot of time into my tips or techniques or whatever. I listen to what people have to say, and I do follow through with persistence. I try a lot harder than most people do. So, for example, I've been to the river 2 times this year. Although it's early, very early in the run. I went so early I was surprised to see another fisherman, let alone any fish in the river. And I went down there and I spent a good 3 hours the first day I was down there just trying to find a nice little spot to drift my gear through. And while I was down there, I noticed a few fish rolled, and I heard some reports from people that the Indians were catching a couple. That didn't stop me. No. I kept looking for a nice spot and observing the river, and I thought I was there. So I went down river and I noticed things had changed. Normally my preferred spot was a little, well, different. So then I moved my way up river and I found a spot I might like. But doing this and spending the time down there, it inspired me to go back again the next day. So I went again the next day and I looked at the river and seen a few more fish roll, and well, I decided that those are two okay spots for me to fish. So I gave it a go, and well, I didn't catch anything. Of course, because it's early. But that's one of the tricks to my trade, I guess you'd say. I go a little early and I figure things out. I wanted to find a nice hole I could drift through that I knew the fish would be swimming up and around, that I wouldn't lose too much gear. I seen the fish there, and I know now when the run starts to pick up that that's where they will be. Always got to give that a try. Figure things out. Be patient. Be persistent. I was. Did you catch any fish? Is that what everyone's going to say? I'll say no. No. But I was happy to see them rolling already, because it's, from this point on, is going to be my number one to-do. Besides, well, work, I guess. Yeah, I gotta do that. But other than that, it's the highlight of my life is going down there fishing for salmon. So, if you're ever wondering how I do catch the amount of fish I do, which I've been accused of things. Yes, they've called me names and they've said it, but not necessarily. I put in a lot more time than anyone I take fishing does, and yes, I do hook a lot of fish. So it's persistence and giving it a try a little before anybody else does. So you kind of know already where you want to be and where you want to make sure they're not. So